Hello, 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 hello. Happy December. Oh my God, what a year it's been. Okay, a couple things. First, hi, hello, hello, welcome. If this is your first time here, my name is Lightworker Wit. Pleasure to meet you. If this is not your first time here, welcome back. Happy to see you. I hope that you had a lovely Thanksgiving holiday. And if you didn't see family, that's okay. I hope you enjoyed your own company. First things first, for Aries, Taurus, Pisces, and Aquarius, I did your readings at my brother's home, so you won't see this background. I still worked on my holiday. I don't know about you, but I still worked, okay? And one of them, I think it might be Pisces, super zoom on career and finances. So sorry about that. But it got done. I was not gonna re-record it. You're still gonna get the message. You might see my pores, but that's okay. I do these for sun signs, so please watch your sun sign, but I also encourage you to watch your moon and your rising as well, so you can get a 360 view on what to expect for this month. Please remember that as a Lightkeeper, you have 15% off of all of my products and services. So please feel free to peruse my website if you feel like you want a little treat for yourself this holiday season. If you want to order a forecast for yourself or a birthday forecast or a quick reading or one of my journals, anything, just browse what's on there. Just browse and just see if you want something for yourself this holiday season. I say this to everybody, don't try to make the shoe fit if it doesn't fit, all right? If I start saying something that doesn't feel like it resonates to you, take it in. Make a mental note, and if things start to unfold this month that are like, oh, hold on, Whitney said that this is going to occur, come back to the reading. But don't try to make it fit, because that happens to me all the time. I'll do a reading and I'm just like, okay, whatever. But then in hindsight, I'm like, oh. But I will say most of you guys who are subscribed to me generally resonate with my messages, so you already know what the deal is here. So I'm excited to get into these forecasts. I am going to be, or at least I'm going to try to be, a little bit speedier with the rest of the 8 signs, simply because my December is already looking kind of crazy. And I want to make sure I get these out to you sooner rather than later. Okay, just real quick, because you might be wondering if I do annual forecasts. I don't really like to do annual forecasts for the year ahead. A lot of other tarot content creators will do that for 2026. I don't really like to. Number one, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and I don't know that I want to make the time. I considered it. I was in conversation with a website. They were interested in maybe sponsoring a video or something, and I presented it to them, but they did not write me back. Had they written me back, you would have 2026 forecasts. Somebody's got to pay for the time, okay? They take a lot of work. The way that I like to do my forecasts, you're getting a forecast, babe, okay? So if you want one for yourself, please go to my website, order it for yourself. I don't think I'm going to keep them up very long because of how long they take, and I don't want them to bleed into January like they did last year. By December 15th, I need to have all the orders I'm going to have for annual forecasts. You feel me? Okay. You're most likely not going to get collective 2026 predictions on this channel. If I do, they might be pick a card. They might be very general, but if you want something in depth, you're going to want to go to my website to order that. All right, I think I said everything I needed to say. Please be sure to like this video and comment if you'd like to, even if just a little couple emojis. That lets YouTube know that you're engaged and you like what's happening here, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get into your reading. Bye. Hello, Cancer. All right, baby, your cards are already shuffled. Let's go ahead and dive in. I'm actually going to put these to the side. Okay. I'm going to forget that that's there, so let me put that there. Okay. Okay. Ace of Cups, Temperance, Queen of Cups, Hangman, Queen of Wands, Hermit, Knight of Wands, Ace of Swords, and Five of Swords, excuse me. Back of the deck energy is 10 of Wands. Let's go through all the cards quickly, and then I will clarify what I need to clarify. Right off the bat, it just looks like there's a lot of players involved this month in, whatever you've got going on, Cancer. We have 3 court cards and 3 major arcana. What that means is that 3 court cards usually represent people. So that's why I say it looks like there's a lot of people involved. But then the major arcana are the major themes or the trump cards in the tarot. So when you have a lot of them in a reading, it usually represents a significant amount of change happening within a month, or major themes or like, yeah, I said it right the first time, it changes. Okay, so let's dig in. Current self is Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups represents new emotions, new feelings. So at the start of December, you may be feeling inspired or excited about something. Sometimes the Ace of Cups represent a new love. It represents something new that you're excited to pour into emotionally. Theme of the month is Sagittarius energy with the Temperance card here. That's also balance and moderation and patience. Key goal to pursue this month is Queen of Cups. That's water sign energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, also known as somebody very nurturing and sensitive and understanding. You could be embodying this energy, or you are dealing with somebody under this energy this month. Okay, obstacle to overcome is the Hangman. Okay, so waiting. There is a message here of already impatience. So it looks like there's something you're waiting for. You're on the hook trying to see what's going to happen with something. Queen of Wands here in the position of major accomplishment. This is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but it also represents somebody who's very charismatic, very spunky, very spontaneous, someone who's alluring and charming and able to manifest whatever she wants. What to avoid is the Hermit. This is Virgo energy in case you're dealing with a Virgo, but you of course are the crab. Your animal is the crab, or is a crab an animal? A crustacean? Whatever. Sea animal. You're the Hermit of the tarot. So even though this is representative of Virgo, Spirit may be telling you to come out of your shell this month, or potentially not to leave a Virgo alone, or leave somebody alone who wants to be left alone. So we'll dig into that. What to embrace is Knight of Wands, fire sign energy here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This could be a message for you to tap back into your own passion and get things done. Take action. Don't hide away. Get involved with how you want to end 2025. And then we have the Ace of Swords in the position of where to find support. This is new ideas, aha moments, and communication. Advice and encouragement is the Five of Swords, which is winning at all costs, doing what you need to do to get ahead, and not being persistent in a way where you don't want to fail. I've never described the card that way, but okay. Okay. All right. Did I talk about the back of the deck energy? I don't know if I said, so I'm going to repeat it. It's 10 of Wands. So in the recent past, you may have felt like you had a lot on your plate, a lot of responsibility. All right, so let's go ahead. My dog is kind of anxious to go out, so I'm going to walk her after I do your sign. All right, so if we look at some of these cards, I want to see why the Ace of Cups is here. That's really exciting. What new thing you're pouring into. If you don't know, I mean, it's already a couple days into December, so if you don't know what this is, you should know what this is by the time you see this video. Why you're in this Ace of Cups state. We'll see what's happening in your love life as well. Okay, why is the Ace of Cups here for Cancer? Wealthy man. All right, maybe you're having a fresh start from somebody wealthy. Maybe someone wealthy is helping you, giving you a fresh start in some way, giving you a chance, giving you opportunity. They don't have to be wealthy like Daddy Warbucks, but they could be well off. I just split the deck of Great Fortune. I lost it. Okay, I lost it. Okay. What are you waiting for this month? Why is the Temperance card here as the theme of the month? What is Cancer waiting for this month? Family room. Okay, interesting. Family room. Could be waiting on a decision about your home. Could be waiting on... You know what's interesting? The more I work with this deck, the more I find little like interesting nuggets. Like I notice that some cards are, I'm going to show this to you. I don't know why it's important, but I'll show it to you. Like this is one of those cards. Like I noticed that the unexpected income card is actually just a zoom in of the house card. I'll show it to you. Stay with me. This is potentially important. So the house is example, but then also settle, and then okay, hold on. Maybe it's not that important. What I thought about is that if you really look at this family card, and I might be zooming in too much, but if you look at the back of that fireplace, it almost looks like the sudden wealth card to me. Zoomed in, like there's a fireplace or something behind it. You see? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Whatever. I don't think I am, though. Whatever. Whatever. So we had the family room card. Okay. Why? What is? Can you be more specific, Spirit? Why is? I think I want to use this deck to clarify. Six of Pentacles just fell out. Maybe you're waiting on assistance or help or money. I want to use this deck. Why is the Temperance here for Cancer for theme of the month? All right, 2 cards flipping out. We have the 3 of Pentacles and the 8 of Cups. Now, the 8 of Cups could represent quite a lot. The 8 of Cups is usually about walking away or needing time alone, and 3 of Pentacles is teamwork and collaboration. To me, I'm getting the sense that you're waiting to see if a group of people are going to allow you in or not, allow you refuge, allow you into their group, to work with them. It's the vibe that I'm getting here. All right, let's keep going. Maybe you're trying to get invited into some club. Clarify the Queen of Cups here for Kegels to pursue for Cancer, please. Now the House card is coming out. Okay. Maybe decorating your home. That's something you love to do. Want to fix up some things in your home, maybe. And when I'm saying fix it up because the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is like, she's cozy. She's cozy. You know, she's the epitome of cozy. So she wants to feel comfortable in her home. She wants people to feel comfortable around her. And you are probably doing things this month to do things that make you feel comfortable in your home. Or a situation maybe around your home or house or some sort of building, fixing it up in a way that gives you pleasure and emotional, psychological safety. Okay, we do have the Hangman here, so let's look at why this is the obstacle to overcome. For Cancer. Marriage. This isn't always a romantic connection. This could be unions or contracts. Again, it feels like you're waiting on some contract or something. What is this for? What is this for Cancer? The Hangman, please. Okay, a couple cards. The High Priestess and the Wheel of Fortune. I was just reading up on the High Priestess. The High Priestess is, while it represents intuition, it also represents mystery, intuitiveness, secrecy, and also just a higher power in general. And I need to be more conscious about looking at the High Priestess that way. Because I am intuitive, when I see the High Priestess, I'm like, oh, a psychic. But I have to remember, like, not everybody's psychic. Not everybody feels super intuitive. So I'm trying to be conscious of how I interpret that card now. The Wheel of Fortune is, of course, good luck, a good karma. Maybe you're trying to control some things in your life. You need to go with the flow. A lot of times that is the message of the Hangman. You're clinging on to something. You need to kind of just like let go and let God, let Jesus take the wheel regarding some sort of contract or agreement or alliance. But with the High Priestess here and the Wheel of Fortune, to me, whatever you're waiting on, Cancer, there's divine intervention here and it's going to work out in your favor, which is why we've got the Queen of Wands here, because you're doing the work to manifest. Clarify the Queen of Wands. Ace of Wands and Magician, literally. Like you're going to make this ish work. You're like, okay, I want to show you the imagery with the wand here. You know, you're like, I'm gonna get what I want. And the Ace of Wands is new passion. I don't know why I said new passion, like I'm from Wisconsin. Let me know if you're from Wisconsin. Okay, that's so funny. My video cut out right when I was talking about Wisconsin. Okay, anyway. Whatever you're trying to manifest is coming together. Your manifestation powers are high this month, and it probably has to do with like the Grand Trine or something. And I can't really speak to that confidently, so I would encourage you to go watch some astrologers' videos on YouTube. One astrology channel that I do like to watch. I don't watch a lot of astrologists channels, but I like Beyond the Veil. I like her video and I like the way she does her content. And of course, I pay attention to Susan Miller's forecast, her written forecast. So see what they had to say about the Grand Trine, the Grand Water Trine, because I think that might have something to do with your ability to just like bring forth what you want out of thin air this month. What are you manifesting? That's what I would like to know. What are you manifesting? What's Cancer manifesting? Okay, this card is thief, but it's really representative of cunning, being smart. Maybe you're trying to get away with something. I look at this card as a Seven of Swords, being strategic, trying to make something work, make a way out of no way. Okay. Well, why is the Hermit here for what to avoid? I just looked at first, I didn't put any foundation on, and I did decide to fill in my eyebrows, and they just like feel really dark to me. I might like hit them with some powder to just like bring them down just a bit. It's like very sudden wealth is flipping over again. Okay, why do we need to avoid hermit mode? Cancer. Why does Cancer need to avoid? Okay, we've got distant horizon. Cancer, it's feeling like to me somebody want to be left alone. Somebody need to be left. Now, this could be a message for you. I think I said this to another sign. I forgot which one. But if you're feeling like, oh, I don't want to be around anybody during the holidays, I just want to be by myself. We could take this as spirit saying, no, go ahead and travel. Don't isolate yourself. But let's see if we can get more specific. Oh, sorry, Pisces just finished exporting. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that going to upload. It's a full process over here. Let me just pause you real quick so I can get that going. Hold on. Oh. Okay. Look, y'all know it's a lot to do all this by myself. Why is the Hermit here for Cancer? For what to avoid? Something flipped over. Again, there's a lot of waiting this month. What are you waiting for? Are you waiting for somebody to tell you you can travel, you can see them? Or I don't know if you're in a long distance thing and like you're trying to figure out if you guys can see each other. There's something that you're waiting on. Like, really. But because this is in the position of what to avoid, I feel like Spirit's saying, hey, don't wait around. I don't know. I got to see what's going on in your love life. So I want to put a pin in that thought because I don't know why exactly you're waiting or why rather Spirit's telling you to not. Why is this Hermit card here for Cancer? Okay, and we have the King of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is feeling like a boy to me or a love interest. But really it is feeling like somebody who wants to be left alone. They're not even thinking about you. They're focused on something else. Like their attention is elsewhere. I'm looking at how they're looking out, looking the other way. They're not even looking at you. Now, what to embrace is the Knight of Wands. So interesting, we have fire sign here twice. So let's see why this Knight of Wands is here for what to embrace for you, Cancer. That's too many. Why is this here for Cancer? Knight of Wands. We've got Ace of Pentacles, new opportunities, a new potential investment here with the Knight of Wands. This is what to embrace. Clarify, please, Knight of Wands for pathway coming out. A new pathway is opening up for you. Now, this is coming through very quickly. If you're waiting on, if you're trying to get remote work, and you're waiting and waiting and waiting, don't let that be the reason you don't pursue other opportunities. Don't be so attached to a remote job that you miss out on other opportunities. That message is just coming through. Be bold, be courageous. That's generally the message of the Knight of Wands. Don't stay cooped up. Spirit wants you to be seen this month. You need to be outside. You need to be mixing and mingling and dabbling. Let's look at the Ace of Swords, why this is here in the position of where to find support. Why is the Ace of Swords here for Cancer? And we have mature man. There seems to be some older man that might be helpful to you this month. Why is the Ace of Swords here for Cancer? Something flipped over, and it is the Empress and the Devil. To me, this is, the Devil represents Capricorn energy, in case that's important to you. The Empress is nurturing energy and motherhood. In its most positive sense, the Devil does represent playfulness and like sexual attraction and chemistry. There might be a spark here with this Ace of Swords, or incoming communication here with this connection. But the Devil also is tied to work. So there could be incoming communication about a job, but if it is, it would be work that would be very fulfilling for you, or a job that would provide a lot of abundance for you. Okay. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have holiday music in my head. I have sleigh bells ringing, and also maybe just that. I just have like different versions of that. Is it two different versions? Like that's literally, y'all know I never know any lyrics. I got the melody. I don't know the words. I just recently changed my my Alexa wake up for December to like, normally I like to wake up to jazz piano, which hasn't really been very successful the past few months. Like something about my bedroom, or just maybe my rhythm right now, these past few months, the rhythm is not there. Like in my old apartment, I don't know. I might need to unpack this later. I don't know why I'm unpacking it on camera. But like the rhythm was there. When my alarm would go off, I'd wake up pretty consistently at a consistent time. But like here, I find myself sleeping in a lot. I'm granted, like I'm staying up really late, but I don't like that because I'm not usually like, anyway. So I just changed from jazz piano to holiday music. I thought that might help encourage me to get out of bed. It's helped this morning. So incoming communication about work or a job. And Five of Swords here in the position of advice and encouragement. Don't give up. Persevere. Don't let people try you. The Five of Swords is the card of conflict, but Spirit knows that I look at it as perseverance. We also have Coffin jumping out. Interesting here. This is the first sign really of anything ending. So maybe it's time for a change. Cancer. Why is the Five of Swords here for Cancer? Lovely weather. All right, Page of Swords and Seven of Wands, holding your ground. There is a message here of holding your ground. I think the Coffin card is coming up because Spirit is trying to tell you to fight for something to not end. Don't just kind of lie down and take it. Spirit is like, no, fight for this. Communicate, use your words. This might involve an air sign, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. All right, guys, let's recap. Let me get this organized because you know how I get. Okay, hold on. Give me just a moment. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, let's go. Zendy bamboo. I was thinking that like pentatonics must make like all their money like this time of the year, right? Because like when else are you going to see pentatonics? In the rain, snows. Do you like holiday music, Cancer? Let me know in the comments below. In the lane, a beautiful sight. You know what? I gotta see if there's like carolers. You know what? I'm gonna do that. I would love to go caroling in my neighborhood. That is the best white people shit I want to do this month. I had a really rough year and it would make me really happy to go caroling. Let me learn some damn songs. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, let's go. Let me get a little solo. All right, you ready? Why is the Ace of Wands here? Oh, it was over here. So I told you I was trying to organize these. Okay, so let's recap. Let's recap your month. Here we go. Current self, Ace of Cups. A new cup to be filled, a new emotional cup to be filled, potentially coming to you through a wealthy individual or somebody of means, okay? Or status. Theme of the month is patience, okay? It looks like you're figuring out whether or not you're going to be working with a group of people or getting help you need, or in my opinion, entering some sort of group or club. Waiting on some sort of approval. Theme of key goals to pursue is getting your house comfortable and cozy and in order. I wonder if you just moved, Cancer, and now you're spending December to get it to a good place. Obstacle to overcome is the Hangman. You need to, at some point, you have to stop waiting and tap into the Knight of Wands energy. You see what I'm saying? You might be feeling like, well, I'm just going to wait and see what happens. No. Spirit's like, there is divine help and protection, but I always say you got to follow inspired action, which is why I love that the major accomplishment for you this month is that Queen of Wands energy of you tapping in and manifesting an ideal outcome for yourself. What looks like related to being strategic in some way. There is either someone who has been a loner that maybe you need to avoid. It looks like they want to be left alone. Or otherwise, to me, this is a message that Spirit is telling you to be careful not to stay isolated yourself for too long. Spirit wants you to get out there, get seen, get ambitious, see what opportunities are available to you because a new path is opening for you. Where to find support is incoming communication about either a new partnership or attachment or connection. Again, potentially related to someone older or more wiser or mature. They may be younger, but just more mature. To be honest, if I see the mature man card, it usually isn't somebody younger than you. It usually is someone older than you. And advice and encouragement is fighting for something, defending your ground, not just taking it lying down. You got to fight for whatever you want to keep. I don't really think this is a relationship, if I'm being honest. I'm not really getting fighting for a relationship here. This to me, Cancer, is either you fighting for a new opportunity or again, waiting on some approval to be admitted into a new group of people. It feels to me like you want to advance your life and maybe potentially get around new people. But for whatever reason, people are gatekeeping and you need to push. And especially if this is professional, especially if you have all the credentials and you're constantly being told that you're not good enough, you don't have enough credentials or whatever, push. Don't let them tell you no, or find somebody who will say yes. Don't let that just be the end all be all. There's so many people, well, I can't speak on this because this is not my walk, but I know that there are so many people who have like master's degrees and are unemployed, right? And that is a reality for a lot of people, but I will be damned if I have a master's degree. I have a bachelor's degree and you couldn't, I fear that you would have to pay me a lot of money to go back to school. And I've always said if I ever go back to school, it's going to be to study music, personally, or history, which feels like a reach. So my point is make your time investment worth it. Don't just lie down and just take whatever people are telling you to accept. You might need to prove to yourself that you can overcome some challenges, okay? Because I am feeling that you're just like, well, let me just get through this year and I'll just like sit tight and just see what comes away. No. Spirit's like, hey, babe, tap in. Go into the wilderness and see what you find. You know, Spirit is showing me this. Like, you guys know I love that show Alone. I love that show, and I wish there was a new season of it. But, you know, because I started to say, well, you got to go and find your food, kill for your food, right? And if you don't know what Alone is a show on the History Channel where survivalists are challenged to outlast each other, basically, in the wilderness with like 10 tools. Now, usually the challenge for all contestants is food procurement between fishing or hunting or foraging for mushrooms, herbs, etc. Now, there have been times on that show where people are just relaxing, thinking about food, and suddenly a mouse, or maybe not, well, actually people have eaten mouse on the show. Maybe a squirrel is just suddenly just crosses their path, or a deer or whatever, and they're able to make the kill to have sustenance, or, you know, suddenly a fish is on the line. But there are also other times where, for the majority of the time, the contestants have to go and plan and prepare to go hunting. So I'm saying this to say, you can try the approach of, let me just see what comes my way. Let me just see if I catch a fish today. Let me just see if a squirrel passes that I can shoot with the arrow. You might, but the probability of that is much lower than if you were to go hunting yourself. The probability, so to bring this in real terms, the probability of a job just falling across your lap, the probability of someone, your new romantic partner, just like knocking on your door could happen, but it's very low. In most cases, you got to get out there, get in places where you can meet new people. Go submit your application if you're looking for a new job. Let people know you're out here. Okay? Okay. All right, let's move on to your love life. Cancer. Yes, I'm on Cancer. Here we go. All right, love life. What to expect? Seven of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. Oof. You're trying to win somebody back. Okay, like 4 songs just ran through my head. Got to Get My Heart Back by Keisha Cole. And then also like a Mario song. I Can Hear Your Heart. I can hear your heart. What's crying out for me? Y'all remember this song? Let me coming in and save me. What? Okay. I would go to a Mario concert. Like, anyway. It's feeling like, yeah, okay. Unexpected. 5 of Cups and 5 of Wands reversed. Okay. First of all, we have 3 5s in a row. If I have the 5 of Swords here, I'm going to die. No, I don't have the 4s. I'd have been like, whoa. But anyway, there's only 4 5s in the tarot deck. So to have 3 out of the 4 in a row, there's a lot of conflict in your love life this month, basically. Yeah. Back of the deck energy is the Death card reversed. This does represent Scorpio energy, but with this reverse, you're reluctant to let go of something or someone. All right, let's see what oracle cards we got here for Cancer, December 2025. Worth waiting for. Okay, Cancer, December 2025. Release your ex and finances and career. Okay. Let's get some other cards here for Cancer. You know, I want to ask you, like, why did you do what you did? I don't even know why that question is coming to my mind, but maybe it's something for you to consider. Because I'm not even really trying to blame you, but it's just a question that had popped into my mind. Because it feels like you want forgiveness. All right, 5 of Pentacles. What is this? Okay, we've got self-care, What else for Cancer? Cutting ties and inner growth. Anything else? Sometimes when I'm shuffling, these cards like flip over, but they kind of get stuck. All right, let's go ahead and start. I'm gonna put these over here. All right, what to expect, Cancer? We've got the 7 of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles is typically about waiting. Again, you're waiting all month long. 5 of Pentacles is feeling left out, feeling abandoned, feeling isolated. So you're starting the month already like negative. You're already in the negative in your love life. Now, maybe you're single and maybe you're hoping, maybe you're feeling really alone. Maybe you're feeling like, when is it going to be my turn? Especially with that worth waiting for. I might read this message. Excuse me. Divine timing is at work in your love life. You might be like, okay, I'm lonely. I'm tired of being alone during the holidays. What's going on? So you might be really feeling those feels. I mean, arguably a lot of people are, but because you're a Cancer, you really feel these emotions heavily. If you are in a committed relationship, like I said, bro, like your partner's icing you out. Your partner's icing you out. Okay? Not really your best friend. Unexpected, we've got the 5 of Cups, which is grief and loss and sadness. But it's important to know with the 5 of Cups, not all is lost. I was just talking about this with another sign. 5 of Wands reversed is usually coming out of conflict, usually coming out of disagreements. I am unsure if this is unexpectedly that you give up or stop trying to fight and just accept, okay. Because like I said, we have the release your ex card. The time has come to clear your energy. I'm not sure if this is like, okay, you know what? Like at the beginning of December, you're like, no, that's my boo. We're ride or die. We're meant to be together. We belong together. Who I'm gonna lean on when time get around? Who's gonna talk to me on the phone till the sun comes up? Who's gonna take your place? There ain't nobody better. Oh, baby, baby, we belong together, baby. When you left, I lost a part of me. It's still so hard to believe. Come on, baby, please. Can we just agree that she ate? Can we, like, whenever I hear, first of all, I only ever hear that song in the grocery store. Don't know why. And every time I want a belt in the aisle. Anyway, you might feel like this is your boo thing and you're like, we're going to be together forever. Like, there's no way that I'm letting go. I find, actually, that is very much a Cancerian trait. Once Cancerians latch on, they're like, wherever you go, I go. What the hell? But in this case, unexpectedly, you might be like, you know what? It's time. It's time. It's time. Okay, there's no going back. Better off alone. Make a clean break. This, of course, could be that someone is cutting ties from you. Maybe somebody is done with you unexpectedly. They're just tired of your ish. They don't want to deal with you. I don't even know if you have any negative traits, but that's maybe just how they feel about you. All right, let's keep going. Oh, I was supposed to. Why? Okay, we got Knight of Cups and the Hierophant. This could be a Taurus. Taurus and Cancer go together very well. Knight of Cups is, why does my thing look like that? Anyway, Knight of Cups is water sign energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but it could also be related to a love interest, or like I said, a Taurus. It could also be that all of a sudden somebody's very formal with you, very matter of fact, very like court of law approach, you know? And you're just like, who is this person? This is not who I know. Like, why are you treating me like that? Okay. Theme of the month, 2 of Pentacles reversed. This is oftentimes mismanagement of priorities or finances. And we do have the finances and career card here. So finances are in fact affecting your love life. Is that the message? Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Yeah. And this may not even be money itself. It could just be time. Maybe you feel like you haven't been able to spend time with your partner and you're just like juggling all these things. That could be a reason why this relationship is breaking down. Maybe you told your partner you'd stop working or work less and you haven't changed. Maybe that's why they're mad. We have the Ace of Wands reversed. The passion has died out in this connection. You're trying to figure out how to get the spark back. I say you're trying to figure out how to get the spark back because the Justice card is here. You are trying to find a compromise. You're trying to find a way through for you and your partner or your love interest to get what you want. Again, if you're not dating, this could be interpreted as you needing to maybe having a come to Jesus moment with yourself of maybe you're realizing you're not fit to date right now if you're not financially secure, or you may be realizing, why am I always dating dusty dudes? They ain't got no money. I'm not really going to get on that soapbox today. I'm really not, because no. Maybe that's just something you're asking yourself. Right? I'm not saying you need to be with a millionaire, but maybe you're just like, okay, dang, why am I out with people who always take me to fast food restaurants? Right? So that could be a thought. We belong together, baby. Queen of Pentacles reverse. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. With the Queen of Pentacles here. Usually someone very nurturing and able to handle the house, home, and job. But with reverse, she needs time alone. She needs to invest in herself. We have the Seven of Wands here as well. Strategy, sneakiness, deception. I do think there is some sneakiness or shadiness in this relationship. I'm not going to go ahead and say that it's cheating, but it is a seasoning in the mix, okay? Let's go back to this Queen of Pentacles for a moment. We've got inner growth here and also self-care. Cancer, I fear you have been chasing somebody for a while and it's just like come on now, we got to cut it. Okay, inner growth. Testing your strength, overcoming adversity, making spiritual progress. And self-care, being in a safe space, being in a safe place. That's why I said, I feel like you're trying to do something. Something about your home is important. Like I said, psychological safety. Your nervous system needs to address something within your home life. Eating and sleeping well, allowing yourself to heal. Baby, I feel like you are trying to get somebody to stick with you, or you're trying to navigate a really difficult situation with your partner. But one of you guys just needs space. All the more reason why this worth waiting for card might make sense. It could be that maybe you or your partner are going through some sort of grief. Maybe they're losing a best friend. And like you're trying to figure out how to help them through that process. I'm just trying to give you ideas of how all of this could be interpreted if you are not specifically having issues with your person. Yeah, I just feel like for some of you, you need to give your person time to heal. Or potentially you are the one that needs to heal from some sort of loss. If you are dating, to me, this is looking like this is not a relationship worth saving. If you haven't established that you're in a committed relationship, I don't really think this is going to work. Y'all might have a discussion and talk about what went wrong, but I am not convinced that that results in you guys getting together. So let me read this worth waiting for card because I think it's important. Here we go. Okay. Your soulmate relationship requires patience as there are many factors involved. Your soulmate's free will choices are beyond your or the angel's control, as is the readiness of both of you for true love. Let me read that again. As is the readiness of both of you for true love. This card comes to you as a reminder that this relationship is worth waiting for. Divine timing is a universal law that is always in operation. It is the flow of everything. If we try to impose our human will and force things to happen, we become out of sync with nature and experience blockages. Similarly, if we fret, when will I meet my soulmate? We put worry energy out into the universe. The romance angels have heard and answered your prayers for a soulmate, and they are working behind the scenes to bring this to you. Your role is to listen to and follow your intuition, even if it seems unrelated to your desire. Your intuition is like a guide dog, leading you along the path of answered prayers. Follow your intuition and trust in the timing of the relationship. Now, don't hear that, Cancer, and be like, okay, I'm just supposed to wait for my boo-boo. No. Like I tell every sign, I don't know, insert your person's name, whether it's John Doe, okay? If it's John Doe, oh, Spirit, I love John Doe so much. Thank you so much for bringing that person to my life. If it's not working out right now, please bring me John Doe or somebody better. That needs to be the affirmation. John Doe or somebody better. This or something better. Because if me and John ain't supposed to be together, may that relationship never find me. You know? You got to practice having gratitude for a relationship while also trusting maybe there's somebody better for me. You can miss someone and love someone, and I just said this to Sagittarius, and acknowledge, you know what, maybe we're not the best fit. And that might hurt because of the love that you have. But maturity will teach you that you can love someone and also still recognize you're not meant to be together. All right, let's move on to your career and finances. I just want to let you know that I really did have to get the first verse of that song out. I should have been recording it. And it wasn't even like it was really good. It's just one of those nostalgic songs, right? All right, career and finances. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. Okay, 4 stars. Here we go. Unexpected. Oof, okay. There is, okay, so this is really interesting because this is the second time in the unexpected. We've got the 4 of Pentacles and 3 of Swords. I do want to clarify what that is for you because it looks like there's, okay, maybe work. I don't know if you're losing a job, Cancer. Okay, adjudication. This is usually like when you have, when you've got a, you know, what is the word? When you have to, God damn it, what is the word? When you have to settle a disagreement with somebody. Sorry, I was thinking of 30 things at once, sorry. Okay, let's see what comes out of the career and finance deck before I get into this reading for Cancer, please, December 2025. Cancer, December 2025. Okay. Okay, let's get maybe 1 or 2 more for Cancer. Okay. All right, Cancer, here we go. What to expect. We've got the Wheel of Fortune and the 4 of Swords reversed. The Wheel of Fortune is the second time this is coming out for you because remember we had it in Obstacle to Overcome. This is representative of control. And the 4 of Swords here reversed. There's a lot of anxiety here. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is typically positive with good luck, good karma, good fortune, and like maybe sometimes even a windfall of money coming your way. But the 4 of Swords is here, so you're very anxious about this. Why are you anxious? What are you anxious about, Cancer? December 20. We've got imprisonment, feeling stuck, feeling trapped, feeling like there's no way out of your situation. That's why maybe major accomplishment is that Queen of Wands, right? You're trying to break free of either a mental jail or an emotional jail. Trying to get out of this. You're feeling I'm feeling a lot of restriction around your career and your finances. Maybe even feeling trapped in a job that potentially pays you very well. I don't think that's the message here because I do see some money issues, but I'm just throwing it out there. All right, let's look at the unexpected. We have the 4 of Pentacles and the 3 of Swords. The 4 of Pentacles represents conservatism, saving your money, withholding, clutching, scarcity. And the 3 of Swords is heartbreak, anguish, sorrow, unexpected. Now, this is interesting because the first card out was related to occupation. So I wonder, Cancer, if you will have unexpected job loss. And we have adjudication. Again, this is a judgment, a decision, a disagreement. I'm going to take the time to address two of these cards here. Two of the last cards that came out were loss and caution. I'm not trying to scare you, Cancer. Please watch your moon and your rising as well, okay? But I will say, it feels like there is going to be some, I'm surprised the Tower didn't come out during your forecast. So I'm not sure how great this loss might be. Expect some financial turmoil in the near future. A job loss could make it difficult to keep control of your money. You will have to work really hard to make ends meet. It might be less severe. Like maybe you don't lose a job, but maybe your hours get cut. Maybe you feel like your job is against you and they're trying to push you out. That happens with a lot of people. Like they feel like their job is pushing them out, so their hours get cut to like kind of force them to quit. All right, and we also have caution here. Use caution when making financial decisions. Careful not to overspend on wants instead of needs. More going out than coming in. Let's look at what's the theme of your career and finances. We do have temperance here again. Remember, that was the theme of the month. Balance, moderation, compromise. Hermit is here again. I really want you to do some meditation and looking up on the Hermit card. This is also Virgo energy, so we have Sagittarius and Virgo energy here present. We do have the Six of Pentacles, which is receiving help, receiving money, receiving assistance. I did say I think help is coming. Three of Cups reversed. Again, there's that message of feeling disconnected from people. And we have the Ten of Swords reversed, which is actually great because it represents the swords falling out, the worst being behind you. I wonder, Cancer, if you're like around a toxic group of people that you're trying to get away from. I don't know if your job is feeling very cliquish and you're feeling like you're not included and you're trying to figure out a way to get out of your job situation. Potentially, I wonder if you're trying to be compensated for something, either like something like workers' compensation or I don't know, class action lawsuit, whistleblower situation. I don't know. Feels like, or severance. Maybe you're waiting for a severance. Maybe you're getting let go unexpectedly and you're just like, okay, well, I have money, but now I need to find a job. I wonder, Cancer, I don't really know what your job situation is, but I wonder if your job might be in jeopardy because you take too many days off. Hey, if anybody's going to be rude to you, it's going to be me. Okay? It's going to be me. I wonder, because remember we have the Hermit in the position of what to avoid. And I wonder if in your mind you're like, I just need mental health days and I just can't come into the office and it's too much. Not that I don't feel you, girl, or man, or guy, whatever. But that might be working against you, my guy. Okay? Let's look at the other cards we had. So first one out was Take Action, which would go back into what to embrace, the Knight of Wands. Whatever your question is, this is telling you to go for it. Do not procrastinate or wait to take that next step to get ahead. Just do it. Nothing will change if you don't take action. Don't let opportunity pass you by. All right, Parenthood, also coming out. Spend more time with your inner child and reconnect with that young curiosity. Your patient, nurturing, and warm nature would make you a great caregiver or parent. Don't forget to nurture and treat yourself while you work towards your goals. And then lastly, embrace the wisdom of the unknown. I kind of hate this card because usually it indicates that you don't really know how things are going to work out, but they're going to work out. Let me tell you something, Cancer. I don't know if my belly's up. Cancer. All right, low key, I feel like you need to be looking for a job because if this is a job loss and if we are looking at what to embrace, I want you to be a little bit more aggressive about putting in applications, especially if it's something you're already doing. Really reach out to your network, get on LinkedIn, touch up your LinkedIn. So, an issue that I usually have is because I'm so egotistical, and I hate to say it like that. It's just because I'm a creative. It's because I'm a creative, and because I'm a fixed sun sign and a fixed rising sign. I want things my way, and I don't want to conform, But something that I've had to adjust to is like, okay, you know what? Let me change this on my LinkedIn, and let me, change this wording and like make it seem a little bit more palatable. I hate having to do that, but it is what it is. So I'm saying that to say, like, maybe coach yourself into like being your own critic. Does that make sense? Really, really kind of be honest with yourself of what you can change to improve your opportunities. And specifically in how you market yourself. Give me just a second, Cancer. I'd like to just have a moment to just meditate on this for a second, to just see what else is coming through. Because I'm not 100% confident, oh, you're losing your job. Something is happening with your job. Cancer. Okay, so basically what happened was I ran out of storage, and I'm convinced that no matter what size memory you get, you're going to run out of storage, because if you keep, especially if you're a content creator, you're just going to keep recording until you hit your limit. I just had to go through like mad old videos just now. Excuse me. In some videos, I'm like, oh, I should post that. I should edit that. What I was thinking about, Cancer, was that something about the Hermit card. Taking the time for you to go within and figure out what you want right now. Okay, maybe you needing to make some decisions for yourself of like, you know, what do I want to change? How do I need to grow up and become a little bit more responsible? I'm not saying you're not responsible, but maybe you don't love the decisions you've made recently. I think I would like a card on just kind of like your overall situation. Like, what is the overall vibe here of your career and finances? Like, for Cancer, please. Yeah, surrender. Okay, interesting. It feels like, Cancer, I mean, this is going to vary person to person, but based on your monthly forecast, based on what I'm seeing here, based on what I'm seeing in your love life, it looks like you are desperately trying to hold on to a lot of things in your life that are ready to be let go. And you're trying to cling to control. And Spirit wants you to surrender and release so that Spirit can make room for some better things. It's going to be very uncomfortable. Just basically, it's just going to be very uncomfortable. Do I think you're going to get to the end of December and, you know, be content with how you handle this month? Yes. But I think it's going to take you probably about half of December to realize, oh, shoot, I've got to make some adjustments here. Because, you know, December is like not really a real month, because the last 2 weeks kind of don't exist. So you really kind of, you need to kind of just, whatever business you need to handle, you really going to need to do it immediately. Okay? Trust the process. Embrace the wisdom of the unknown. Because Spirit is clearly working something out for you. You just not able to see it. So you're really going to have to lean into your faith this month. I don't have the star card here. That's what I would look for. But I don't think you don't have faith. But I'm just telling you, you're going to need to lean on your faith, because it doesn't look like the way things are going to work out is clear. And I always say, and people, nobody really ever asks me that, but I would imagine that people were like, well, why isn't it clear? I would imagine that certain things in our life, if we knew how it was going to work out, we either might resist making some certain decisions or try to find an alternative. Let me try to find an example. So, let's just use a relationship. Let's say this is going to be extreme, but let's say your ideal mate or your life partner is like a 5'4" hobbit, nerd, Jewish man. Let's say, okay, and not that there's nothing wrong with 5'4" Jewish hobbit man, but for the sake of this analogy, let's say that that's not your type. But let's say that you're single and you meet this exact person at a bar and you're like, oh, this person's kind of cool and they're funny and I get along with them well and I think I want to hang out with them again. You would probably go with it. But if Spirit told you in advance, hey, your life partner is this person and you've been dating 6'9" athletes for the past 10 years, naturally you'd be like, no way. So sometimes you got to just trust the process, because you might be open to things you otherwise would naturally reject. That is why sometimes we have this card of embrace the wisdom of the unknown. That is why sometimes Spirit doesn't always reveal everything to you. Okay? I hope that's helpful. All right, babe, drop some comments, drop some emojis. Let me know that you like this video. Keep your head up. Keep your mind positive. You're going to get through this month, okay? I got you. Bye.